Welcome to the Destruction Zone in Dearborn. Game number 4. The Moncton Cobras have taken the first 3. The Destruction put up a valiant effort in game number 3, forcing overtime. But they lost that game 5-4 in the overtime period. They'll need to do better than that if they want to stay in these playoffs. They already know what it's like to be eliminated by the Moncton Cobras. That happened to them last year, also in the first round. And if they're going to exact some revenge, they'll have to do what has only been done so rarely in the history of playoffs. That's come back from a 3-0 deficit. Henrik Lundqvist is charged with the task tonight of getting his first playoff win of the year. 0.897 save percentage so far. Not quite good enough for Dearborn. While over at the other end, the undefeated Corey Schneider has been outstanding in the 3 games. His last game was his worst, giving up the 4 goals, but before that, the 2 4-1 victories, giving up 2 goals in 2 games. Tyler Sagan and Jonathan Drouin will open up game number 4. Ryan O'Reilly wearing the golden helmet for the Moncton Cobras as their points leader in this series. Sagan tries a toe drag there, but Kucherov picks it off, and now it's back the other way. It's Jonathan Drouin. Drouin in with a shot, stopped by Schneider. The rebound comes back to him. And he'll hang on. Sagan wins the draw inside his own zone, and it'll be Duncan Keith skating it out. Keith up ice for Ryan O'Reilly. O'Reilly to Sagan. Sagan takes the shot. It's blocked in front. That's Ryan McDonough. Able to pick that one up. He goes up ice now for Drouin. Drouin's in. Heads towards the corner. Centering pass from McDonough. Jumping into the rush, and a good chance there. Turned aside by Schneider. Now up the other way, it's Sagan. Sagan's in. Drops it back for David Pasternak. Pasternak to the point now. Keith for the captain, Eric Carlson. Works it into Pasternak, and they'll go back and forth. Good strip of the puck there by Cam Atkinson. He's the points leader in this series for Dearborn. He's coming in. Atkinson spins around, heads towards the corner. Gets around Duncan Keith to the net. Great play there by Atkinson. And Schneider will hang on. Ryan Kessler and Mark Stone moved up to the second line before last game. They'll stay there for this one as Sasha Barkov brings it in. He's playing with them. Kessler shot at the net. Right on Lundqvist, who hangs on. The Getzlaff-Perry combination was the most scored on duo for the Cobras through the first 2. They stay together, but they move down the lineup. Kessler and Stone hop into their place on the second line. Barkov has the puck now off the draw. John Carlson has it at the point. Kessler centering pass, big chance there. But Barkov shot one off of Stone. Stone got his own chance, and Lundqvist turned that one aside. Atkinson comes up and heads towards the corner. Atkinson centering pass, picked off by Barkov, ends up at the side of the net, and he scores, but it's being waved off. Atkinson centering pass. It's Barkov who sends it to him. The shot at the side of the net, I have no idea why that could possibly be waved off. The only person touching the goaltender is Barkov. Well, Kreider's on Schneider there. After he gets the shot, he's well clear of the goaltender. And we're not counting it. Okay, guess we'll take that. Ruled no goal for some weird reason. Face off outside the Moncton zone. And they'll bring it back in. It's Pavel Vishnevich to the corner, now behind the net. Comes out to the point, and there's a penalty coming up to Moncton, as Dearborn will have to chase it back down the ice. Cogliano. Lundqvist forced to stay in the net here. Now he'll head to the bench for the extra attacker. Vishnevich will bring it in. Vishnevich looking back at the point. Decides to keep going himself. Vishnevich cuts in to the side for Cogliano. He couldn't get the shot. Cogliano in the corner. But as the walk it out in front, Schneider cuts him off with the pass and hangs on. Here's the call here. It'll be on Zdeno Chara. He doesn't have to lift his stick much to high stick his much shorter opponents, but that's what he does there and gets the high sticking. Dearborn with a chance to get that goal that got called back on the power play here. Back and forth will go Letang and McDonough. McDonough walks in. Good shot. Blocked by Marc-Edouard Vlasic. And he'll flick it down the ice. O'Reilly got a stick in there, and he'll force Dearborn back into their own zone. A couple extra seconds coming up the ice. Atkinson will bring it in now. Goes back and forth with Kucherov. Kucherov trying to come in. Vlasic does a good job boxing him out. O'Reilly fighting with Atkinson. Atkinson won the battle. Put it on the net. A good stop there by Schneider. And it slipped down the ice. Half the penalty will be over with by the time they skate back up. Gave it away. Vlasic has been great on this penalty kill so far. Byfuglien gave it away, though. It's a chance the other way for Palat. Andre Palat is in. One-on-one. Palat shot. Good stop there by Schneider. Puck in the corner. Palat centers. And that one hits off a couple bodies. And will be carried out by the Cobras. Rink wide to Ryan O'Reilly. O'Reilly, 40 seconds left on the penalty. He's got a chance shorthanded. Drops it back for Vlasic. Vlasic to the corner. In front for O'Reilly. Takes the shot. Good stop there by Lundqvist. Up the ice it'll come. Cutting in is Tyler Johnson. Back to the point. Palat. Now Ricard Raquel. Behind the net. Off the boards to the point, and it missed Jake Gardner. And it'll head down the ice. Final 10 seconds on the power play. Perhaps time for one more rush. If they can get sorted out here. Gardner will take it up himself. Leaves it for Tyler Johnson, but he's turned back by Barkov. And that'll do it for the penalty as Chara steps back on the ice. Crosses center and dumps it in. Ryan Kessler will chase after it. Kessler drops it back at the point. There's Perry with a shot. And that one's stopped by Lundqvist. Sergachev stripped to the puck by Perry. Perry's in. Who's behind the net? Sends it in front. Kessler shot deflects. Wow, a double deflection there. Hits off of Sergachev, then Barkov. And Lundqvist somehow stuck with that and kept it out. Carlson to Keith. Back to Carlson with a shot. He's been a goal-scoring machine so far. To the front now. Perry can't get a shot. Keith comes off the point, pinches, brings it in, tried to center it, but it's picked off and brought back the other way. It's Josh Anderson. Anderson's in, walks in, takes the shot, good stop by Schneider, and ends up in the corner now behind the net. Anderson pinned to the wall there by Carlson, still fighting with Anderson, and Carlson wins that battle. Gets it up to Jaden Schwartz. Schwartz in with Perry and Getzlaff. Perry's in with a shot, the rebound for Schwartz, and that one blocked by the defenseman. There was an open net there for Schwartz for a second. But Anderson will get it back the other way and dump it in. To the corner, Keith steps up and lays a hit. And wins the puck. Schwartz up for Getzlaff. Ryan Getzlaff heading for the corner. Decides to dump it in there. And Yelasuo will go back for it. Yelasuo passes it up to Andre Palat. Palat to the corner will just dump it in. And Callahan will chase after it. Can't get it. Now he does along the sideboards. And he'll swap up with his defenseman as he heads now for Boschman. Boschman to Yelasuo. They'll go back and forth. Boschman with the shot. Doesn't get to the net. It's blocked in front. Chance for Palat. Now Drouin spinning back. Great save there by Schneider. And this will bring Sagan the other way. Pasternak. Now Schwartz. End of a shift for Schwartz. Heads it over for Pasternak. Now to Schwartz again. Schwartz spinning to Sagan. Going back and forth with John Carlson. Schwartz takes a shot. It gets deflected. And Lundqvist will hang on. The fourth line for Moncton on the ice. They scored the majority of the goals for the first two games. With a shot that gets deflected in front by Backlund. And Lundqvist will smother that one and hang on. After the first two games, all of Moncton's goals except 3 were scored on the power play. The only even strength goals were scored by Sod, Steen, and Backlund, this fourth line. And behind the net, Alex Steen walks to the front. Drops it there for Sod. Sending it back to the point is Sod. Carlson steps up to pick up that one. Drops it all the way back to his partner Vlasic. One-timer chance there for Steen. And that one didn't get to the net. Sod was in front. with the screen. Now back the other way, it's Chris Letang. Letang pushed off the puck, it ends up in the corner. Vlasic is there, and he'll head man it up to Steen, now Saad. And across the line is Backlund with the puck. He spins back, drops it at the point for John Carlson. Carlson avoids a check, gets it into Steen. Steen to the slot, can't take the shot, now he does, it doesn't get through. Hits off a body, and McDonough picks up the loose puck and carries it up and out. McDonough rings this around the boards. Chara will be the first one on it, and Cogliano taking on the grand task of pinning Chara to the wall. Giveaway there from O'Reilly. He comes back and knocks him down to make up for it, but back at the point is Yalasua with a shot. Good save, the rebound came out. Cogliano had a chance, now back at the point. Tyler Johnson muscled off the puck by Brandon Saad, and he'll swing it rink wide to O'Reilly, and they'll get it out. Sagan's in there now. Sagan to O'Reilly. O'Reilly with a shot. That gets blocked by McDonough on the back check. Cam Atkinson. Now up to Tyler Johnson. Johnson stops, back to the point. Yalasua. Now Johnson working it in. Spins back at the point. Gets a stick lifted, but still has the puck. Over to Yalasua. Her pass set towards the slot, but Kessler picked it out. Kreider has it back behind the net. Chris Kreider put the puck in the net earlier on one that was called back. Johnson at the point. McDonough, final minute of the first. In the corner. Still back to McDonough, looking for a shot. McDonough walks into the slot with one, and that one whips wide. As the rebound comes off the boards to John Carlson. This will spring David Pasternak. Pasternak one-on-one with Yalasua. Tries to go wide. Centering pass blocked. Kessler comes in to pick up the loose puck. Chara with a couple seconds left is stripped by Kucherov. Didn't quite think he had the break. He drops it back to Drouin, who has speed. Drouin shot. Kicked aside, and that'll do it for the first period. That will remain scoreless.
Hey kids, don't forget if you're a member of our rookie team, you'll have the opportunity to have a couple of our players sign autographs after the game.
Some great saves at both ends so far in this one. Moncton with the only power play of the... Moncton didn't get the power play. Dearborn with the only power play of the game so far. Weren't able to capitalize on it. They have a one-shot advantage heading into the second. O'Reilly coming up the left wing side here. Keith at the point, goes back and forth with O'Reilly. Now rink wide to Carlson. Moncton with some zone time early here in the second period. Pasternak has it now. On the right wing side, he's pinned to the boards. Moncton able to keep it for a second, but McDonough muscles Sagan off the puck. And now it's coming back the other way. Kucherov takes a shot that was blocked inadvertently there by Ryan O'Reilly. Palat walking around to the front, doesn't take the shot, goes back to the point. Letang, he fires. And that's stopped by Schneider, who will hang on to that one. Draw a win there by Dearborn. Shot at the point is blocked in front. That was Vlasic who got in front of that one. It was Sergachev's shot. Atkinson to the front for Kreider. Good save there again by Schneider. Ryan Kessler up ice to Mark Stone. Stone is in, looking for Barkov. Couldn't get it to him. Now he's got a chance in front. Barkov fighting with Gardner. Gardner able to just keep him away from it there. Still battling with Barkov. And he'll win that battle and get it up ice. It's Cam Atkinson. Stepped up into there by Vlasic. Vlasic and Carlson, the defenseman from Moncton. Carlson has it now up to Ryan Kessler. Kessler has Stone on the other side. He'll head towards the corner. Drops it back. Vlasic stepping up with it. Will pick up the puck off the deflection. Ends up in front for Stone with a shot. That one's blocked. Back to the point, Vlasic. Now Kessler. Kessler gets his stick lifted. It's in between his legs. He still finds it. Byfuglien to Chara. Back to Byfuglien. Kessler for Schwartz. No shot. Puck back at the point. Chara can't quite keep it in. He's offside. That Chara-Byfuglien pairing has to be one of the largest defensive pairings in hockey history. The 6'9" Zdeno Chara, the over 250-pound Dustin Byfuglien. That's some serious muscle back there on the blue line. Draw in by Dearborn outside their zone. And they'll bring it in the attacking end where Getzlaf strips them of the puck. And now it's Schwartz up the other way. Jaden Schwartz with a shot. That's stopped easily by Lundqvist. Behind the net, Francois Beauchemin fighting with Schwartz. Schwartz wins it and carries it back out to the point. Tried to cycle it back in, but Beauchemin followed him and steals it. Beauchemin coming back in now with a shot. Good stop, it ends up behind the net. Byfuglien will go back there to pick it up, and he gave it away. At the side, Vermette centering. Cogliano has it. Cogliano gets his stick lifted, still has the puck. Pushed off that time, and this time he can't keep it. It'll come out of the zone. Buchnevich charging back in. Pavel Buchnevich with a shot, which is stopped by Schneider and hung on to once again. Vermette and Backlund, both fourth lines on the ice here. Backlund scrums it, and Saad will come in to win it. Brandon Saad skating up ice. Now with Alexander Steen. Steen in, goes behind the net. Looks for a pass back to the point for Carlson. Now Keith works it in, looking for Saad. And his pass got picked off. It's back the other way for Anderson. Josh Anderson to Ryan Callahan. Takes the shot up high on Schneider. He has to fight that one off. He's able to locate the rebound and hang on. Backlund's line will stay on. Jonathan Drouin, and his line will come on to fight them as Backlund wins the draw in his own zone. Keith quickly up ice now for Alex Steen. Steen cuts to the slot, takes a shot over the top of the net. Saad charging after the rebound, but McDonough gets to it first. And now they'll break it out the other way. Drouin up the right side, cutting in. Drops it back for McDonough, jumping up. Big shot. Stopped the rebound in the slot, but cleared away by Keith to Sagan, who now finds Ryan O'Reilly coming up the other way. Sagan now joining the rush. It's a 2-on-2. O'Reilly behind the net. Gets around, centering pass for Sagan. Big one-timer stopped by Lundqvist. Sagan takes the puck back. He has it in the corner. Centering, O'Reilly doesn't have a shot. Gets it back to the point for John Carlson, whose shot is blockered away by Lundqvist. Sagan to the point. Shot up and wide. That was Vlasic. Pasternak to Vlasic. Now Carlson back to Vlasic again. He'll take another shot. And this one doesn't get to the net. Kept in at the line by Carlson. Big time pressure here from Moncton. Carlson, Vlasic, still trying to find a shot. Carlson takes a wrister, and that one's handled by Lundqvist again. Nice back pass there by McDonough, and that'll set up Palat to come out of the zone as they'll get a change. Palat centering for Atkinson. Big chance there for Cam Atkinson. Turned aside by Schneider. Up ice. Knocked off the puck there by Kreider. Kreider keeps it in. Goes behind the net. Tyler Johnson. Johnson looking for a center. Decides to keep going with it and goes all the way back to the point and cycles it in. Kreider getting tied up there with Vlasic. He'll get to it. Atkinson to the point now. Beauchemin for Yalasuo with a shot. That one high on Schneider, makes the save. In front for Atkinson. Big save. Rebound is there. And Vlasic clears it to the point and not out. Yalasuo gets to it first. It's Dearborn's turn to turn up the pressure here. Beauchemin's shot looked intentionally low and wide, but its intended pass target missed it. Now it's back the other way. David Pasternak with a shot. Good back check there by Atkinson. Messed up his shot. Getzlaf in. Drops it back to the point. Chara Getzlaff in front. Barkov can't get a shot. Pasternak to the point. Bufflin reaching back to keep that one in. A Franken line here for Moncton. Barkov, Pasternak, and Getzlaff. Parts of 3 different lines on the ice. Antoine Vermette up. Gonna get around Chara. We get to the corner and fire it over the top of the glove. And into the corner. Up the other way, Sasha Barkov. Barkov in, shoots, stop, rebound there. Gardner able to get to that one. He'll skate it out of the ice across all 3 lines and into the attacking zone. Gardner spins back, waits for help. Vermette's shot goes wide. Puck in the corner, it's Josh Anderson on it. Anderson back behind the net to Vermette. Vermette centering, pass is blocked. Now Callahan centers to Anderson. Great chance there by Josh Anderson alone in front. Off the feed by Vermette. And Schneider had to be strong on that one, and he was. Backlund scrums it. Saad comes in to win it. And the breakout to Steen. Gets him into the zone. Steen quickly up the other way. Has to dump it in. Backlund will meet it back there behind the net. Try to jam it in at the short side. Thinks better of it. Comes back the other way. Back to the point with Keith. Now Carlson to the side. Steen. Carlson and Keith trying to find some room. They'll cycle it in. Barkov missed it. A shot from behind the net. Hits the outside of the post. Miscommunication there between Lundqvist and his defenseman. That was Gardner at the side. Lundqvist had to throw his legs back to keep that one out. Gardner almost scored it himself. Approaching the final minute of the second period. Still no score in this one. Backlund wins it clean to the point. Keith. Charged there by Cogliano, but they get it right back. Now Steen in the corner. Steen against 2 destruction players, able to keep going and get it back to the point. Carlson and Keith will go back and forth. Backlund shot, great save there by Lundqvist. Steen being tied up at the side by Gardner. That allows Sergachev to come in and grab the puck. Can't get it out though. Backlund in front for Saad with a chance. That's deflected off a leg and ends up in the corner. Final 10 seconds of the second. Michael Sergachev try to skate it out and get a final chance, but they won't have time. As another period goes by with no score. In a must-win game for Dearborn. They've got their defense down for the first time in the series. And now they have to find a way to turn up the offense. They've had some chances, especially Chris Kreider. In this one, of course, that one earlier that got taken back, but he's had a couple chances as well in this period, including that last one that we just saw. They had a 1-shot advantage after 1, a 2-shot advantage after 2. This game about as even as it gets as we head in to the crucial third period. Puck drop in the final period of regulation time. Carlson sends that one up. O'Reilly able to reach back and get it. Pasternak shot there. Rebound for O'Reilly. He couldn't handle the rebound. He would have had an open net. Now back the other way. Kucherov for Palat with a shot. Good save by Schneider, who hangs on. Face off inside the Moncton zone. It'll be Sagan and Drouin again. And Drouin wins that one clean to the point. Letang drops it for McDonough. Back to Letang, and they'll play with it at the side. Big one-timer chance there. Sagan blocked that one. He hands it off to Schneider, who hangs on. Great chance there for Nikita Kucherov on the big one-timer set up by Ryan McDonough. And does this get to Schneider? I think it does. The rebound was heading towards Drouin. That's where Sagan picked it up. He got it back to Schneider, who froze it. Sagan wins the draw inside his own zone. Now quickly up the other way to Ryan O'Reilly. O'Reilly to Sagan with a shot. That one deflected into the corner. Pasternak rink wide looking for O'Reilly. Kucherov picked it off. And they'll try to break out. Letang to McDonough, and he'll skate it out across all 3 lines and in. McDonough stops at his point, waits for help, sends it in for Jonathan Drouin. Back, Kucherov's one-timer again. This time he hits the post. Sergachev for Drouin and back. Far point for McDonough, picked off the puck there by Stone. But they'll keep it alive at the point. McDonough, Sergachev, spinning off a check from O'Reilly, gets his stick lifted, still has the puck. Sergachev, McDonough back and forth. Sergachev shot through, doesn't quite get to the net. The deflection in front turned more into a block, and now it's back the other way. Sagan for O'Reilly. He's poked off the puck, and it'll come back all the way, just about to the Moncton zone as Atkinson was on it. He's stripped of the puck though, and John Carlson will bring it back up. Carlson in with a shot, stopped by Lundqvist. This back to the point and out. Vlasic hadn't quite found his mark at the point yet to keep that one in. He'll spin around and charge it right back into the zone though. His centering pass for Stone, great chance there. Stopped by Lundqvist. Sagan, Carlson, Vlasic muscled off the puck, but he keeps it alive. Kreider's second effort. This time gets it out. Puck into the Moncton zone. Schneider thought about playing it, thought better of it as Carlson and Johnson were bearing down on him. Johnson pinning Carlson to the wall. Fighting over it in the corner. Cogliano wins it out to the side for Johnson, looking back for Buchnevich with a shot. That one handled by Schneider. The give and go there between Buchnevich and Johnson just about paid off. A great chance at the other end by Stone. Thought he might have had an opening on that short side, but Lundqvist able to beat him to the post and keep that one out. Ryan Kessler wins that defensive zone draw. And Mark Stone will skate it out. Stone goes wide. Cuts in, can't get to the front. Lundqvist put the paddle down and stopped him from getting there. Back up ice and come to destruction. It's Cogliano with a shot. That one's whipped wide. And Raquel will chase after the rebound. Centering pass for Cogliano. Doesn't get to him. At the point, Yelasuo and Boschman. Boschman in for Buchnevich with a chance. That one off the stick of Chara and behind the net. Sasha Barkov up to Geslav. Back to Barkov. In with a shot that gets deflected wide. Boschman on it. Beats Barkov to the puck. And they'll break it out. Raquel back and forth with Cogliano. Raquel bringing it in. His move didn't quite work out, but he's able to cover it in the corner. Boschman, Yelasuo. Off the boards to Josh Anderson. Centering. Didn't take the shot. Get it back to the point instead. Tried to send that one into the slot. And it's picked off by Jaden Schwartz, and Moncton will recover it. Perry all the way up to Schwartz. Schwartz cutting in with some room. He's in the slot. Takes the shot. Deflected in front by Getzlaff. And a great save there by Henrik Lundqvist. The fourth lines have been matching against each other for most of the game. They'll do it again here, this time inside the Dearborn zone. And Vermette will win the faceoff with the help of Jake Gardner. Anderson gets it up to Vermette, who crosses center and dumps it in. Schneider will come out and play it in the corner. He sends it up off the glass and out into the neutral zone. Gardner leaves it there for Sergachev, who will try to skate it in, but he's cut off by Brandon Saad. Vlasic now to Michael Backlund. Backlund in. Can't get a shot at the net. It's blocked by Gardner. Callahan back towards his own zone, and now they'll break it out. Antoine Vermette heading towards the corner, goes behind the net. Picked off there by Carlson. Saad digs it out, and they'll break it out the other way. Steen to Backlund. 2-on-2. Steen and Backlund in. Backlund cut off there by Sergachev. A great defensive play. Cam Atkinson on the ice with the puck. Cuts in, looking for room. Good stick. Gets it back. Atkinson takes the shot at the net. Good stop by Schneider. Puck behind. It's Johnson. Thought about looking for the wraparound, but Keith cut him off. And now the other way again. Steen and Backlund in on it. Steen takes the shot, gloved out of the air by Lundqvist, who hangs on. Kessler and Johnson inside the Dearborn zone. Tyler Johnson wins that draw. Up the boards, Atkinson was rinked wide looking for Kreider. And he had to fight to keep that one, but he did. Now it's up ice for Atkinson. Atkinson in for Johnson. His shot deflected by a back-checking Duncan Keith. Johnson beats out Erik Karlsson to the point. McDonough, now Kreider. Gonna find some room off the boards. Letang to Johnson. Johnson rinked wide. That one sticked away. It's a miscommunication there. McDonough thought Kreider was going to get it and vice versa, and they just let it come out of the zone. Mad scramble at the bench there from Moncton to change. Somehow didn't get a too many men call. Centering pass, Getzlaf with a feed from Perry, and he just missed the net. Getzlaf line out against the Drouin line this time. Drouin wins the draw in his own zone. Kucherov carrying it up the right side. Goes wide on Keith. Sends it back to the point. Nobody there. And it comes back. Moncton has a penalty coming to them, though. Lundqvist. On the bench, here's the extra attacker, Jake Gardner. Up to Andre Palat. Palat takes a shot that's blocked. Perry will touch up. And Dearborn will get what's only the second power play of the game, both of which have gone to them. Late in the third period with a chance, potentially, to win the game on the power play. Erik Karlsson gets a bit of a stick in there on the Dearborn player, and he'll go to the box for hooking. So without their best defenseman, the Cobras will have to kill off this very crucial penalty. Sasha Barkov carries it across center and dumps it down after they win the draw. Back up, Drouin. Trying to get set up on the power play. Drouin for Atkinson, takes a shot that goes wide. The rebound is there, fighting out at the line. Bufflin just about scored on himself. Schneider diving back to keep it out. And they airmail it to center. Big stretch pass there for Kucherov. Kucherov to the corner, behind the net, centering, big chance, great save Schneider. And he hangs on. What a pass out from behind the net by Nikita Kucherov to Ricard Raquel. He wasted no time taking that shot, but Schneider got to the post, got to the puck, and made the save. Minute 20 left on the power play. 3:15 left in the third. Moncton wins the draw, can't get it out. Great play by Sergachev. Johnson to Raquel, big shot, stopped by Schneider, and he gobbles up the rebound as well. Looking like a shortstop was Michael Sergachev there. Jumping high up in the air to grab that clearing attempt. Set up a great chance for Raquel. This one scrummed. Moncton will control it. Pasternak can't get it out though. O'Reilly looking at it. He gets hacked at and there'll be a penalty coming to Dearborn. McDonough beats out Backlund, touches up, and here comes the call. It'll be Tyler Johnson to the box on the slash. O'Reilly gets control here. Johnson looks for the stick lift and gets the arm of O'Reilly instead. So we'll be 4-on-4 for a while. 57 seconds. And then a Moncton power play. Keith Pasternak shot, doesn't get cleanly to the net. Lundqvist still has to make a kick save. Up the other way. Chance. Atkinson. In to the net. At the side for Yalasuo. Big chance. Great stop by Corey Schneider. Now back the other way. Tyler Seguin. Toe drag around. Bocherman can't handle it. He got around but couldn't handle the puck once he got there. Yalasuo back the other way. She had the chance a second ago. She'll come back right back in with it. Yalasuo shot. The rebound is there. Poked away. Back for Atkinson with a shot. Stop. Rebound still there. Keith will get to it. And he'll clear it up to Tyler Seguin. Seguin is in, drops it back for Corey Perry. Perry's shot doesn't get to the net. Perry with another chance. To the side for Seguin. He can't shoot. Seguin has to spin off a check. Walking in. Big chance there. That was John Carlson. Now in front for Seguin. Can't get there. Boscheman picked that off. And he'll skate it out. The Moncton power play has begun. Kucherov knocked off the puck. Keith, Seguin, now Jaden Schwartz. As they'll try to get set up on the power play. Seguin to Schwartz. Couldn't get the shot. Centering pass. Seguin is there. Sorry, Mark Stone was there. Pass was a bit high for him. Tried to bat it out of the air. But just bounced off him. And Lundqvist hung onto it. .34 seconds of power play time for Moncton. As Getzlaff wins the draw. Schwartz shoots and scores! A set play off the draw. Ends up on the stick of Jaden Schwartz. And with 1:23 left in the third, the first goal of the game has been scored on the power play by Jaden Schwartz. Getzlaff, Barkov, Carlson to Schwartz. Just as they drew it up. And it ends up in the back of the net. The Moncton power play was stellar through the first three. They get one opportunity here in this game. It's not even a full power play, and they capitalize on it. Callahan with a chance here on the breakaway, though, to tie it. Great save by Schneider. Callahan forced up to the wall. Anderson trying to dump it in. Final minute of the third. Anderson to the point now. McDonough. Letang. McDonough to the side looking for Vermette. Knocked off by Eric Carlson. Going towards the net, though. Now ends up with Schwartz. The net is empty at the other side. Jaden Schwartz looking for a chance for his second. Missed the net. Letang for Callahan. And Nikita Kucherov. Final 30 seconds potentially of the Dearborn season. Keith in front, gave it away. Callahan couldn't shoot. Ends up back at the point. Nobody there. Corey Perry skates it up to Schwartz. Chance at the net. He missed again. Jaden Schwartz has had two chances at that open net, and he's missed both times. A third opportunity here for Dearborn to capitalize on that mistake. Kucherov couldn't shoot. Getzlaff just about gave it away. Kucherov with a shot stopped by Schneider, and that'll do it. Off the power play goal by Jaden Schwartz with under 1:30 to go in the third. The Moncton Cobras sweep the Dearborn Destruction for the second year in a row in the first round. That goal taken away earlier in the first period on that questionable goalie interference call that they show right there ends up making the difference, as Corey Schneider gets credited with a controversial shutout, and the Moncton Cobras finish off the destruction 1-0. Unsurprisingly, the first two stars in this game, both goaltenders. Schneider 31 for 31. Lundqvist 26 for 27. And the third star, the lone goal scorer of the game, Jaden Schwartz. Dearborn had a slight shot advantage. They carried it throughout the entire game. But the only shot that counted in this one was the one that hit the back of the net and counted. And that'll do it for this game, this series, and this season for the Dearborn Destruction.